and welcome.
Yeah, I mean, do you really think that all of us actually express our love for whoever or for whatever?
I think sometimes we feel love for people or for places, and we just don't bother to kind of verbalize it, to say it.
Yes. So I think that's a real issue here.
I think that's what we're going to be talking about today and get real
With the English sisters.
Welcome.
So, yeah, the thing is, one thing is to actually feel the emotion of love. So you could feel that for anything, really. I mean, even for you, like you go to a coffee shop in the morning and you think to yourself, God, I love this.
I love that coffee.
I love that coffee. I love going to that place, but you never express it.
I love the people here. They're so nice.
Well, yeah, but imagine if you actually act the love out. So you let it come out of your mind, out of your body, and you actually say to the person there in the coffee shop, you say, God, you know what? I really love coming here in the morning.
Yeah, it makes my day.
Yeah, that's gonna put a smile on somebody else's face, isn't it?
Well, I think it'll make their day because they'll be really happy.
They'll be happy, or they'll just say, "Oh, great, thanks." That's nice to know. But what it does inside your body when you act the love out, it's like an act of kindness. It's going to come back to you.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure so. I'm sure so, because I've been doing this test.
Have you?
Yes.
So what have you been doing?
Well, I've been trying to act the love out more, as to say. So if I think I really like something, I am going to actually say it. So like when I went to get the wood, what's it called? The wood this morning. I actually said to the man where I buy the wood, God, I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm so happy that I can just pop here and that you've got this available for me. And he was so happy.
I know, it makes a difference to people.
He said, really? I go, yes. I mean, it's really great. It's really great that you offer this service. Thank you so much. I mean, he was so happy.
Yeah, I suppose it's the opposite to moaning about things, isn't it?
Yeah, what do you mean, moaning to the people?
Well, yeah, moaning to people and saying, oh, it's not a very nice day today. It's like you're focusing on love, which is really positive, instead of focusing on maybe that it was raining or that you're feeling, you're not feeling that great because you've got a headache or something.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's kind of like everybody's baseline, isn't it?
I think so. Most people are like in their own little kind of trance, and
you forget to show.
You might think for a minute, I love this coffee place, but then it's, oh no, I've got to go and do this today.
It just pushed out of your mind.
Yeah, instead of just being mindful. I think that's the thing you have to think about, is just being mindful. If you're mindful about how lovely something is, or how much love you feel for someone or something,
yes,
then it's going to be more, it's going to give you that feeling of wonderment.
Yes, and it's going to make you feel, the feeling of wonderment. You're right, yeah.
That's not an actual word.
No, but
I mean.
I know what you mean, the feeling of wonderment. I mean, it's to feel in the state of wonder,
to feel amazing about something, to feel like as if everything's a little bit of a miracle, which it is, because if you think we're on this planet that's revolving around millions of times, spinning around, that the sun comes up every day and the night comes, it's just really amazing, the fact that we're here and we're managing to function and our brains work. I mean, it's all really a miracle, but we forget about it.
You can't be thinking like that all the time, though, can you? God, I'm a miracle, I'm a miracle, I'm a miracle. I mean,
you'd get a bit big-headed.
Not only would you get
big-headed... Imagine how amazing you would feel if you said, God, I'm a miracle, I'm a miracle. Imagine if you just said that in the morning when you got up, I'm a miracle, I'm a living miracle.
Well, yes, your human beings are like, I mean, it's amazing
we're living
how
miracles.
Yeah.
Imagine how that would make you feel instead of thinking, oh, I've got a headache, I've got this, I've got that,
Yeah,
I feel grotty today.
I think you might be able to do that for once, but then I think our old patterns go back in the way.
Because we allow them to.
We allow them to. You're so right about
Because
that.
it's because like now, for instance, my husband supports Newcastle Newcastle United, the English football.
Not now. He's always supported. Let's tell the truth. He is from Newcastle and he's crazy about that.
When he was little, he used to support Nottingham Forest for a period.
Okay.
But that's it. Just a few when he was like 8. But anyway, they've got a new manager, and I was listening to the manager speaking, and he was talking about the law of attraction. And
that's
I was
weird
really
for a football
fascinated.
manager.
Yes, because I was thinking that's really good, because that's the kind of thing that we talk about, that you attract when you're attracting. If you're attracting good things, things will come to you. If you're thinking positively, in the end, positive things will happen.
Yeah, and it's not just like...
And it sounds like... And then my husband was saying, but that's just like, kind of woo-woo.
Yeah.
And I go, well, it might be on the scientific level to some extent. It might not be like some people claim to be, that it's quantum physics and all of that. It may not be that. But... just the fact that you are thinking positively makes a huge difference. And this manager has brought an amazing change in the players. Even the players that were playing just not even that well are blossoming, and they are winning football games.
Goodness me.
So he's really turned
the team around.
Apart from the fact they've had amazing funding now, but that's a different story. But apart from that, it's a manager's work, because he's been working with players that were already in the team that weren't doing that well, and now he's with this positive mindset and this change in attitude and knowing like how to appreciate your self-worth and everything. It's really changed things around.
Good for him. God, that's a lovely story.
Yeah, I know, because it's
good to see. I mean,
to see it being acted out in real life. I think
acted out. Yeah, that's what I meant when I meant by like acting out, kind of like love for and kindness and just act it out. Don't keep it in.
Yeah, because a lot of people, like my husband the other day, he was saying to me that when he was playing golf, he was thinking about me and thinking how amazing the relationship was and how long we've been together, and then he hadn't actually told.
I'm hearing creaks and then
it's a little cat again.
It's a little cat who's come in the house. It's like,
every day.
What do you mean every day?
Every day she comes in makes little noises.
Yeah, I'm just hearing these like,
wow, like some window or something.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Some open window. Anyway, and he said he hadn't actually told me about it, because sometimes I say, you forget to tell me that you love me and this, and you know,
forget.
I know he knows that he does, but sometimes he forgets to tell me, and he said, oh, well, just the other day I was thinking about it, and I go, why didn't you tell me then?
Yeah,
and he said, oh, I didn't.
The thing
I
is,
didn't tell you because I just thought it was a thought.
It was a thought, yeah, but. Well, he did tell you eventually.
But only because I had said, sometimes you forget. I would wish you would tell me a little bit more often that you love me. And all this.
It was after you expressing your wanting desire.
Yes, my wanting desire.
Yeah. Gosh, that sounds intense. My wanting desire. Yeah, but I know.
I think when you've been in a relationship for a long time, then you
long.
forget to say, oh, you might say I love you, but it's like really. I love you.
Do you know what?
It's like saying, how are you?
Yeah, it's like,
it's
hello.
it's not like I love you.
It's
and
not like the
looking
first time
into
you
the
say
eyes
it when
and then the hugs.
Oh my God, what a big deal,
Yeah,
the first
but it
time.
has to be a bit like that, I think.
It does, yeah.
And I think that's what you were meaning by acting out your love. So
Well,
act
like-
out in full.
Yes, like the other day I was thinking about my
Passionately.
husband, and I was thinking, God, I'm actually, because it was a Saturday morning and he'd gone off to some flea market and he hadn't even told me. He's always going to flea markets, but he hadn't told me
He was
on
leaving.
Friday. Yeah, so I just got up and I suddenly was looking around and thinking, oh, I thought, oh, we'll have breakfast together. And then I couldn't find him and I suddenly felt, oh God, I got this like loneliness. So instead of just, I knew he'd gone to the flea market, but instead of just ignoring it, I wrote, oh, I miss you. I mean, doors are actually opening. That can't be the cat.
No.
No. Anyway, I thought I actually miss you, and so I wrote it. I wrote it down. Then when he came back home, he goes, God, that was such a lovely thing. I go, what? I wrote, I miss you.
I know.
He said, yeah.
He really appreciated it.
He really did, yeah.
That's what happens.
And it was such a silly thing. I just wrote, I miss you.
Well, it's not a silly thing.
No, I mean, but, we've been together for so long and everything.
Well, maybe that's why you don't say I miss you anymore.
Yeah, I don't say it. But now, since I was thinking of this podcast and I was thinking of actually acting out the love.
I think the thing that confuses us all is that to do these things, it's a bit like a discipline. You have to kind of make the effort to do them because it takes effort to say it or do it.
You can't be bothered.
You might think it, but then another thought quickly comes into your mind and then you stop doing it, don't you?
You get lazy, I think.
Yeah, you get lazy and you just get on with your little
habits
of everyday life and the daily kind of drudge and all the things that you've got to do. But if you do have it, it becomes like a little, what we call in NLP, a little pattern interrupt. If you stop a minute and then you say, I love you, that's going to reset your whole how you feel. Or if you say, I love this coffee shop, I love
whatever.
Oh my gosh, I'm enjoying this food so much. It's just being mindful in the moment of what you're really enjoying and showing your love for it.
Yes, exactly. Like every night when I get into my bed now with this soft duvet and I've got these sheets I love. Every single night, I just catch myself thinking, God, I love this moment of just getting into the bed and propping up the cushions and I might watch Netflix or something and I love that. But I always think I love it. I always think I love it, but I don't actually, I might not actually verbalize it,
Yes.
But I mean, I suppose, that's the whole thing, isn't it?
It is the whole thing. And we don't do it.
We don't do it enough, do we? No, we forget to actually act it out. Yeah.
Because I think it's not part of our priority.
Yes, you're right.
When it should be a priority, really.
No, you're right. You've hit it on the nail there. It's not a priority. The rest of it's priority.
Yeah.
Getting to work on time, getting that schedule done, going to that. But then what about this? It's not a priority.
Well, it should be, shouldn't it?
It should be, yeah. I think it should be taught more, even from a very young age. Your most important thing to do today, yes, is to get to school on time. Yes, to do this. But what else is the number one thing you have to do?
To show your love and appreciation for everyone. I suppose that's a bit like the Buddhist mentality, isn't it?
Yeah, you really hit it on the nail there. By saying it's not a priority. Why isn't it a priority? It's like the most important thing.
Yeah,
it's essential. It's essential.
It is essential.
And well, it's the little cats coming in. And so I think that really has to be more part of what we all have to become accustomed to.
Yes, indeed.
We have to get more used to this.
We do.
Making it our priority and acting out these emotions.
I know.
It's essential, isn't it?
It's the number one reason that we don't do it.
And it's the number one reason why we feel anxious, I think. Because we don't. Because we might think it, but we don't verbalize it.
Yeah, we don't verbalize it. I know, it's weird, isn't it? Everything else is so important.
Yeah.
But stopping to enjoy something, unless it's like it's expected of you. So like if you go to dinner, you're expected to say, I love this. Thank you so much. This is delicious. It's lovely.
Yeah.
And then it's more like a superficial.
Yeah, because if you go to your friend, you don't really like the food.
Well, sometimes you do, but if you don't, sometimes it's more like superficial, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's more like the how are you kind of thing, when you don't really want the real story.
You don't want the real story, no, yeah. Yeah, that's so true. So why isn't it a priority to act out your love? I mean, do the challenge, do it for 7 days and see how it makes you feel, because it really did make me feel less anxious. Because I was feeling anxious.
And I was feeling more love in my life too.
Yeah, and I thought, well, how can I act out these, don't I go overboard? I mean, but like...
You can if you want.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's like those people that bother to tell you that you look nice or that they like your dress or something. It makes such a difference.
Yeah, and then you think, oh, wow. But you might think you like what they're wearing.
Yeah.
You don't bother.
Yeah, you don't bother.
I don't know. You just don't bother, I think. Or you're not used to it. Because it's not a priority. Like what you said, you're so right about the priority thing. You've really, that's really got to me now, because I've just realised it, that it, even though we're in the mental health spectrum, of this life and we help people, I didn't actually realise it probably wasn't my priority to do that, to actually verbalise it and to act it out. Whereas I mean, kindness has always been so essential to my life, to be kind to everyone, but to actually act it out.
To act out your love for something or someone is different to kindness, because if you're kind, it is a kind, of course it's love as well, but it's not the same.
No, it's not.
It's not the same as showing, like saying to someone that you love them or you love what they're doing, or I mean, imagine what a difference it makes if at work people, your employer was saying, I love the work you're doing. You're doing
Goodness.
such an amazing job.
Oh my God.
I think really
that would
appreciate it when you do this for me every day. I really love this about you.
Yeah, a lot of the times at work, they just say, yeah, when everything's going great, they just say, oh yeah, all good, thanks. But then when you do something wrong, then it's like...
Yeah, or unless it's like these like formal things where you get the badge of the month or something for being a good employee. But that's kind of different to if your boss or your employer is actually telling you constantly, that's a really good job, thanks. Oh, I love it when you do this. Thank you.
Yeah.
You really made my day. You've really helped me. It makes a hell of a difference.
God, a hell of a difference.
To reduce anxiety in the workplace as well.
Gosh, yeah.
Because there's so much anxiety in workplaces at the minute.
So much.
And there's repercussions on your health. People get tummy aches, stomach aches, all sorts of headaches,
acid reflux.
I mean, go to the worst.
God, yeah, it's just continuous, isn't it? Yeah, so that's really good. Yeah, I think if anyone out there is an employer and does have staff, make sure to tell them how much you appreciate them. But just say things like, God, I love how efficient you are, or I love how you get that sorted out. Thanks so much. That's really helped me today. Because of you're so efficient, it means that I can focus on whatever you want to focus on. So, yeah, it makes a massive difference. Instead of just thinking, oh, yeah, I'll get them to do it. They're great at it. But you're thinking it, but you're not saying it. So thinking is one thing, but it stays in your head. And it doesn't actually come out. So let's let it all come out now.
Yes, let it out.
Let the love out. Let the love out. Let us know what you think and how you can improve your life by acting the love out.
Yeah, and reduce your anxiety.
And reduce it. You'll feel better for it.
And we are available to listen to on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And you can also watch the episode on YouTube. And please remember to follow us and to come on Instagram too and comment on our page, Get Real with the English Sisters.
Yes, we will answer. We love your comments.
At the English Sisters on YouTube. And we love you all and appreciate you.
We really do appreciate you and we really do love you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Love and smiles from the
English Sisters. Bye.